So we had done this really fun hieroglyphic part last time, right? That Aaron had the honor of parsing and looking at. Does someone want to try reading the next Greek line?
I can try. You're talking about the second one, right? Like the one in the middle?
Yeah, the one that starts with kata. Let me just...
Oh, so that first one then.
yeah, this one, right? You can start here. You can do both lines if you want to.
Okay. So it's kata,
Ka, ta.
and it looks like let's see, pal get al. I'm guessing it's al. So plal. Oh, maybe not. Uh, pal, like all.
This is an omicron. It's a small omicron.
Oh wow. So it's
Yeah.
not a word divider. Interesting.
No, it was a good guess, actually, because most of the O's we've had have been larger and not dots.
Uh, okay, so Omicron. So pol, pola,
Hola, nice.
e, ewergetek, teke.
Yeah, we'll get kill. This is tricky.
Is that third one? Is that an omega or is that a theta?
Theta.
So that's ta, uh, fear,
Yeah, so
Firaklitu,
no, so it stops here. And it's kind of tricky because this actually, there's an elided epsilon. This is actually the particle or the conjunction te, which becomes aspirated because the iota here is an aspirated iota, and so it changes into a theta.
So it's doing something similar to Coptic, like when the T and the H combine.
Exactly. Yeah, that's it. So you have ta tierra.
Tira, Kli,
That is
Klitu.
also a conjunction.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Dus,
Yep.
just do. Oh, dus,
Dus.
ena,
That is n. So that is the preposition n.
autis, autois,
Yep. Autois or autis, as you want.
onta,
Yep. On us. That.
Should I complete the second line before I try translating, or?
Yeah, you can try translating. You can try reading it first if you want.
Okay.
The first line.
So, kata, pula. So that's like, and I'm just using like what little I know of modern Greek. So a lot of this like might not even be correct. So kata pula. So according to all eu ergeteken, according to all who work.
So katapola is an idiom in and of itself, and it says just kata in accordance with or something like this, and pola means many things. So with respect to many things, and it's an idiom that means to say in many ways. And then this is a verb. It's a verb. We have it comes from the epithet of Ptolemy. So who is ewergetes? So he's the beneficent. So ewergetaken is a verb in the perfect tense, and it means to have done beneficent things, to have been beneficent.
The eu part is like the prefix for good, and then the erge
Yeah,
like to have done.
exactly. So you have this, you have ergon or ergetazdo, I guess is a verb, or ergetao, and then as you said, the prefix eu to work well, almost to do good work.
And then ta is I don't remember. Article.
Yeah, it's an article.
Article.
For the it's the neuter plural definite article.
Oh, that's right. Tira, is that or tira? That's temples.
Yeah, so I think in this case, hiera, because it's neuter, it's more like holy things. So, and I read it as because it would guitar here is not a transitive verb, so he has done beneficent things with respect to holy stuff. Or no, maybe you're right actually, because hieron is a temple, so with respect to the temples, I think you're right. That would be the best translation. I agree.
And the tous is just it's accusative. Is it a masculine accusative? The.
Yeah, masculine accusative. Exactly. Plural.
Then in. I
Mm-hmm.
think it's in.
In, yeah.
Aptis or aptois. That's plural masculine. Is that not? I guess it would also be accusative or dative, maybe.
It's dative, and it could also be neuter in this case. Autois can be both masculine or neuter. Because in this case, we're referring back to tachtiera.
Autois. Ondas. Ondas would be like, is it the one that has to do with like all or whole?
It means it comes from the verb eimi, which means to be. It's just the participle being, existing or
Oh,
being.
yeah.
It's on in the nominative singular.
So in all, is it their being?
Yeah. So he has done beneficent things with respect to temples and tous, ontas, and autois. So this has to refer to people, basically, because it's a masculine, it's not a neuter, tous, ontas, so it refers to the persons that are inside autois, the temples, basically.
So what would be the best way to say that in English? This last part, like everything after the G10, like all of the.
Yeah, not all, but just and the ones inside them, and the ones inside them, maybe those who are inside them.
Okay,
I don't
yeah,
know.
okay. Yeah, I keep thinking of all when I see Oda. I know it's being.
Yeah, no, we have it in the next line, I think, but this is really just you see it in this Greek Orthodox Greek inscriptions. I think to on or something like this is a reference for
I
isn't it
believe
something this to
I think of the on in either with Omicron or Omega. I think I've seen that in modern Greek, like as the participle or the gerund, just meaning like being.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you might be right. Maybe it's to on like the neuter, like to and then on, something like that. I don't know. But you're right, that means just being.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go. You can continue.
I assume it's not a problem just to finish the second one. There's only three of us actively participating. Yeah. I'll try to do this quickly. So, K.
Okay, nice.
Two.
Push, like this.
Epotina. Oh, it's just the preposition equal. Oh, I see. Tina.
Yeah.
Autu.
So he, au,
Oh,
which is a reflexive pronoun.
Vasilian.
Yep.
Ta. Oh, that
That's,
whole one word.
yeah,
Tas Tassomenus.
yeah. Tassomenus.
Appa ap, ap, Applitas.
There's a mistake. This is a mistake. But you're not mistaken, but the scribe made a mistake. So it's this is the all. It's hapantas is what he's trying to
Ah,
is what he wants to say. So this should have been like this.
ah.
All right.
And that would be and those under it. Teen is what, like feminine accusative, or
Yeah. Feminine accusative.
those under it. Autu, that is the autu referring to the Vasilean, or is it referring to something before?
I think it's referring to the king, to Ptolemy.
And those under it, uh, the king himself.
Yeah. I think his own, maybe something like that. His own
King.
His own kingdom, right? Basilean is like realm or kingship or yeah. And then this Tassomenus gives you what is actually is referring to the article here. This is the article, and all of this comes inside the great clause with Tassomenus.
Tassomenos. The only thing I'm just thinking of what it could break down to. So meno, like to stay, or to wait, something like that. And then tasso, I've seen like
Yeah, here
people
it's a participle ending. The menos is a medial passive participle ending, actually.
Oh, okay, I got it. So
So this is the lexical part, the tasso.
is it something like a submission or submitting?
It's not bad. Tasso, I think, means to order. So to sort of put in rank and file, order people, and so the ones who are the people that are ordered or organized in a way, or yeah. But I think what they're trying to express here is almost what you said, that they are submitted, that they are under his, so they are organized under his realm, in submission in a way. Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing I can think of that's similar to the tasso is a Greek loan into Coptica, hypotase, which is like to submit or to be subdued or something.
All right. All right. Well, that's what you have then, because you have hypo and you have tasso, so that's probably what it is.
And then apadas, that one does mean like all or everything, something like that.
Yeah. So it refers again. It's in the accusative plurals, masculine. So it's the ones that are submitted. All of them.
I see.
Yeah. Okay. So he has been beneficent in many ways with respect to the temples and the people within them, and with respect to or towards all the people ordered under his kingship.
Okay.
His own kingship, to really get the reflexive part.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thanks.
Yeah. And I forget. Remind me. We start with the demotic, right? So down this would be a new section, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So this was the same. This was this is supposed to be the translation or the equivalent of the lines we read last time. So we had, for example, Jeru, right, which is, and Erau Sen, which are very well translated, or with the final hapantas, for example. Okay, so who wants to do some demotic?
Can do.
Yep.
Okay. So that is a UF at the beginning. The next one, normally you would think that's an N.
Yeah.
That's an N.
That's an N.
probably stands for M. That would make more sense. UF M
Hmm.
nature. Him being a god, or
Hmm.
he's a god. Him being a god. Then this highly abbreviated sign is child, Sherry, or son, I should say, Sherry.
Yes.
Then again, you have Nachar and the feminine version as well, Nacharit. So Nachar, Nacharit.
Nice.
So he's the son. He is a god, son of a god and a goddess.
Mhm.
Okay. Then another Eof. Next one I had to look up. It's Mechi, which is from an older word meaning balance or like. So
Hmm.
he is like to what? He is like Erde. I'm assuming it's an Erde.
Yeah, I think so.
The next one. The next one is Horus, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. He is like Horus. He is like Horus. Is the next one star for sun?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sa.
Sa. Okay. So Sa Isis.
So I'll just write it like this.
Yes. Sa Asid and then another Sa. Sa, and this you really have to know. Sa is Ir or Wisir.
Yeah.
But you want to
So
translate that. Yeah.
I'll do it like this.
That I'd go along with that. And so you can still see the set, the seat in there, although missing the backrest. It's just the front part.
Hmm.
And then the difference between Asset and Isir, is that little dot there supposed to be an I, maybe? I'm not sure. I mean, this seems like a conventional abbreviation because you have the two names together. So,
Hmm.
but yeah, it's interesting.
But at least we have the divine determinative for Wesir.
That's right. We
But
have the
otherwise, they look very similar. Yeah.
They look very similar. Yeah.
Hmm.
Isis and Osiris, they come in that sequence. Also interesting.
Hmm.
Then Eir, and then the next word that is our little hand with a stick and maybe with an X on top of it. That is Necht,
Hmm.
protect or to rescue, maybe to rescue.
Yeah, I don't remember. We'll see in context maybe, but yeah.
And then the next one is easy. That is that universal third person possessive. It's followed by Yod, so it's Paif. So Pef Yod.
Nice. I've,
And then we have the Osiris again,
yeah.
which it has to be because we're talking about Horus. So the whole thing says he is a god, son of a god and a goddess. Him being like to Horus, son of Isis and Osiris, or son of Isis, son of Osiris, I should say. Having rescued. So this is
Hmm.
a past, right? So having
Yeah.
rescued his father Osiris, or is
Nice.
it rescued? What does Horus really
I
do?
think
It's
maybe
more like avenge, right?
I think
So
maybe like would it be protect here, or are you thinking of Nahum for
protective. Protect fits better. You are correct. So what exactly does this verb mean? Let's look it up. TLA says, okay, that's the German version. To be strong, to be hard, to rescue, to protect, to help somebody obtain his right.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, I think protect is fine then.
Yeah. Let's just we'll see also what we get in the other versions, but that's nice. Is this? Can I just ask you? So am I correct if the Coptic is it Enshot?
There's in shot and in shot would be the infinitive, and then nasht would be the qualitative.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's what this is because I'm also thinking the one that's like nachte, but that's different, right? Nachte is like to be to nachte is like the one that means fate or something. I think
Hmm.
you have it correct, David.
Okay. In short, let's go for that. Just have the infinitive.
What is Nishti again?
Uh,
Is that strength?
Nishti is big in or large in Bohairic, like notch, the equivalent of notch.
okay.
Oh, yes. I
Hmm.
see.
So we've had three gods so far. Now we've had we just because they are really tricky. Isis like this. We had Osiris like this, and we've had quite a few times Ptah as well. And Ptah was this that looked like the hand-to-mouth man, and then had a stroke, and then it had the divine. So that was for Ptah. So those are the three gods so far.
Mm.
At least no, we had Amun. I think no, that was just in the hieroglyphic. I think that we had Amun and stuff like that. But yeah. Okay, so let's see what the verb for protect is in the Greco-Roman script. Is I don't think Erin is available, so I was wondering if anybody else wanted to try.
I can take it if we just
Yeah,
want to back and forth. When in
yeah, right. Sorry, yeah, when in F, perfect, like this.
M that Horus.
I think it's just nature, to be honest. Well, left and nature in this case. It's like it's the same thing, right? This G, the determinative or rather over here, the determinative for God and demotic is the horse, is the falcon on top of the standard. So it's really the same sign that we get here.
So is the first one Netcher and the second one Netsheret? Is that will be
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
The feminine determinative.
yeah, right.
And that's er. I don't know what that is actually.
This
I'm
is
looking.
actually just, I will just stop you because I made a mistake. This is not netcheret, this is sa netcher because it's an egg and not a bread loaf, what is inside what is under the standard and the falcon is a small egg, and so that means son of netcher, son netcher. Sorry.
Okay, I see. Because I was thinking about the what corresponds to Sherry also above. So the egg is for means sun. So that would mean the R and the T here are the complements. So this whole thing.
No, then it's a no. Now you're in a new thing. This is something else. This is a verb.
Oh.
Hmm.
So wait, if both of these, so the demotic above, it's Netcher and Netcheret, and then the hieroglyphs just say Netcher twice.
Yeah, right. So the hieroglyphs here change completely. So they have as a god and Netcher and Netcher, and then we have the Sheri Netcher, that is fine. And then we want to express Sheri Netcheret anyway, but the hieroglyphic makes a pretty different, a kind of convoluted expression that ends over here to express son of a goddess.
I see. Okay. Let me just try to work through this then. R T ein. I don't know where the end of the word rat.
So it's really to give, right? So I will just transcribe it with a
Oh,
D as ready.
oh, so I see. So and then the arm is for T, not it's not an ein.
Yeah.
So Redi N, and then the next one, including the loaf and the egg and the cobra, that whole thing is Netsheret.
Yeah, exactly. I will just write it all together so that we get sort of the SEGMF form, kind of SEGMF form, sort of explicit. Redi N Netcheret.
Oh, that's what that is. It's a Sejm Nef form. That's still around for Neo Middle Egyptian.
Yeah, yeah, right. Yeah.
And then the next one is Tar Ta, either Tau or
Yeah, I think Arta is good.
Arta.
So do you see, because I think it's a bit of a particular verbal form. I mean, it looks like a Sejem, but as far as I could tell, how do you make it? How do you give it the meaning son of a goddess in a way?
So let's see. So something existing, the god, son, god, given, goddess to the land. I'm trying to work through it in my head. It's just I'm having trouble. You can help me out if you want.
Yeah, sure. I was, or if somebody else, but my idea is that this might be a relative form, that it's that is whom the goddess has given to the land.
Ah.
If that makes sense. Yeah.
I made it into the same, although the T in the middle of the adit really bothers me for a participle. This doesn't, it looks like it screams infinitive at you, and that doesn't make any sense. So that could be worth a follow-up later offline to see if that is a common thing and why. Like, why
Could
would you
it
spell
be
it
a
that way?
phonetic change that the D is starting to be more like a T, so it's just
Like a Coptic. It could be. And the R is just like historicizing. You want to put an R in there because that's what it was 2000 years ago. Yeah, it could be. It could be. It would be an interesting thing to follow up on. But it's the only way
yeah.
I could find as well. Make it do some kind of participle or relative, like you said, whom the god is. Actually, yeah, I didn't think of that.
Because you have the subject after, right? So it's because I've been thinking about relatives lately, and it was I think Maciek in the chat had a good chart over the participles, and I've been
Right.
thinking about that. And so whom and if there's a subject after the verbal form, like here, the natural that comes afterward, it would make sense for it to be a relative.
Makes sense. So you're
Whom,
reading the N as a past tense indicator, like in a past relative. Okay, that makes sense.
yeah.
I was trying to somehow make it into like an in with a reed leaf, so to say, missing reed leaf, but that would only work after an infinitive. So you're right, that what you're proposing makes a lot more sense grammatically. Okay, very cool.
Let's
Sorry.
try that. No,
Just
thanks.
just geeking out on it.
Yeah.
All right.
Then the next one is you or you.
I'm just trying to. Yes, very good. Yep, you.
F. Does that go with the E?
UF.
M.
M.
Is it just that one word, or is it like
Yeah, it's this word.
I feel like we've seen it before. I just don't remember. Is it like a causative of like to make an image or something?
I'm not sure what this is. I just know that it's an expression. Maybe I can look it up.
Okay.
I have looked it up, but I can't remember it. Estut. Yeah. So it's a verb that means to make like or to make resemble, and it appears as an expression as M, which is what we have M setut er, which means just like or like. And so this EU in this case is that we've seen before. It's an equivalent of R. I can just write it all down like this. R.
Okay. So M so that's that U, that second U, that's supposed to be read as R.
Yeah, I think so, because at this point they seem to interchange them. Also in demotic, or especially in demotic.
Like where E could be EU and vice versa, then R, and they're just like all vowel sounds at this point.
Yeah.
The next one, is that another Necha, or is that a Horus?
That's Horus. That's Horus in this case.
Then the next one would be Sa, like S Aleph.
Yep.
Then Eset or Aset,
Yep.
Sa Usir, then I I don't know. I don't think I know what that is.
Yeah, it's a weird form, but I think, do you know this one?
Oh, is it the one that means like west or east? One of those?
No, not here. Maybe it can in another word, but in this case, it's nedge, if I remember right.
Oh, Nedge, like the thing with the three like the
Yeah.
three clover thing, however you describe it.
Let's just see. It has to be this one. Yeah, whatever this is. So what we have is e-nedge, really, but yeah.
So Enedge, is that Etef? Like his
Yeah.
father?
Perfect.
And then that next one, oh, that's just an I see. So that's Osiris again. We'll see it.
Yeah, I don't know what's happened to the eye there, but yeah. Great. So
And,
you want to try just to go through all of it?
sure. So like I know when it has to do with like exist or be. I don't know the exact sense here, but I'll just give it a shot. So
Hmm.
he being the god uh, whom the he being the god, the son of the god whom the goddess gave to the land.
Perfect.
He being in likeness, in resemblance to Horus,
Hmm.
son of Isis, son of Osiris. Inj, I don't know. I can't think of anything that corresponds to that I know of.
It's a weird form. It's a weird form, and it's in Gardner at some place.
It's not an
Uh,
imperative kind, is it? Like with an initial I.
it's
I.
supposed to be some kind of participle or relative form with a prothetic yod sound. I can't find it anymore. I think I had it somewhere else in Gardner, and now I can't find it. Where do I have it?
Is it some sort of like a positive green type word, like praising or something like that?
I don't know where I have it anymore. I don't know where I have it. What did you say? Sorry.
Is it some sort of like a positive like word that means like to greet or to praise or something? That nedge thing. Like what is that?
Nedge means to protect
Ah,
in this case. So it gives like protecting or some participial meaning, I think, or nedge is this one, to protect. Yeah, and I can put it in the chat later on because I don't remember the reference. But this yod thing is actually rare for Middle Egyptian, but it happens in Old Egyptian, and I read also in Late Egyptian. It's some kind of prefix that marks a participial form of a kind.
so
Yeah.
protecting his father Osiris.
Yeah, I think so. Or maybe it has a perfect tense actually, because we had in the demotic it was a perfect tense. So I will look it up, but it might actually also be something with a perfect or a past tense orientation. So who protected his father Osiris, who came to the rescue, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, super. Let's see. Is it still just the three of us? Yeah. Aurelia, do you want to try do you want to read the Greek?
Sure, can try.
Okay.
So, huparkon, theos ek theu.
Oh no, sorry. Par con os, ek, te, u.
Kai teas.
Kai, te, as.
That's a cut. Should be kata, but it's with a treta, with a th. So
Yeah.
kathyper. No, wait. Kataper? Kataper. Oh,
Yeah.
we had that. Kataper. There was what was that again? You had explained that before.
Like, it just means like. It means cut, so kata, ha, according to the neutral plural. So it just means according to stuff, I guess, like.
Okay,
Yeah.
kataper.
And then per is actually, it's a particle, it's an enclitic that means, that restricts sort of the applicability of, to just that the thing that comes before. I don't know how to explain it really, but it's, I don't know, hoper pater, I don't know, just the father or something like this. It focuses on that person. And in this case, I think that it's used to avoid the hiatus, that they use kataper when the next word starts with a vowel. I think so.
And the next word is horos, which is, of course, our friend Horace.
Horos.
Let's do the next line too. Okay. Is that a ho? Hotes. Hotes. Isios. Isios, with a short E, interestingly. With a short iota. Isios kai Osirios.
Yeah. So yeah, that would have to be a large capital.
Right. Osirios.
Osirios.
Huyos Epamunas. Or Minas.
Minas.
And whom does he protect? He protects Toi Patri. And that's his father. Toi Patri Autu Osire.
Osire, yep.
Okay. All right. So now that we've read it, let's make sense out of it. Huparkon has something to do with ruling. So I would guess ruling God.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
Yeah, I think it can also just mean to be, to exist.
I think in modern Greek that hyparchi, hyparkon, that base of verbs, it means like to happen or to be or exist.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically being a god born of, I mean, the born of is not there, it just says egg, but we can add that. So a god from a god and a goddess. Then just like Horus, the one of Osiris and Isis, or Isis and Osiris. Sun Ho Epamunas, the sun protector to his father.
So all this goes together. Right. All this ho, das, isios, kaiosirios, krios.
Makes sense. Oh, I got it wrong. Okay, I see. I thought it was like an isolated genitive that just basically, sort of like we do it in Egyptian, but that's not what it is. So it's the son of Isis and Osiris, the protector to his father, or in English would say of his father, Osiris. Okay.
Yep.
That works.
Really, very good. Or Epamunas, and this is just to, I mean, protector is a good translation, but just to make it clear that this is an aorist participle. So the one who protected, who has protected.
Okay. The one who has protected. Cool. What's the like quote unquote base form of the verb?
Epamuno.
Epamuno. Okay.
No.
That's easy.
Yeah, it would be, and just so the only sort of thing that gives us the aorist is just the ending alpha sigma. That it has to be a participle
Gotcha.
because nothing else changes. Otherwise, it looks like
Right.
it looks like the present stem.
Yeah, I was waiting for one of those weird changes, and there's nothing. Okay, all right.
No, exactly.
I live.
All right. Yeah, so we're making good progress here. So what have we seen then? Yeah, for this verb then, we had, what are we saying? In the Greek, he says, the son of Isis and Osiris, the one who has protected. Yeah, it's really protect. That is the verb here. Yeah, so
And it's a past tense in all of them, isn't it? It is go back to the demotic for a moment, if you don't mind. So it's eir nicht. That is past tense. It's anterior to the current action. And then in the hieroglyphic version, inech,
yeah.
which I wouldn't be able to tell. Actually, no, wait. Using late Egyptian logic. But in late Egyptian, you would really say, wait, would you just say inech? I think you would. You don't have to use iri yet. You don't have to. The further you go along, the more it becomes necessary in Egyptian too to use the what's the word? The periphrastic construction with iri. But I think for the participle, you could just say inech.
Okay.
And if you wanted to make it into a relative sentence, you would use enti for anything that's oneti, for anything that is present tense. So I wonder if that automatically implies the perfective aspect as well. I want to say yes, just by virtue of you using the what is this? Is this that's a participle, right? The one who
Yeah.
protected. I would claim it does include the perfective aspect, but I would need to read up on it. Maybe overreaching here.
Let's look into it later. Great.
Good.
But at least okay. Let's do some demotic then. Either one of you, if you somebody here wants to continue.
I can try it again.
Yep.
The first one in R.
Just get my notes. I'm sorry, I just don't want to. Yeah. Okay. R. Yes. R.
And that second one, is that a ligature with like a T and something else? I don't know. I can't tell what it is.
Yeah, this is one of the versions, one of the forms for the emphatic H. So this symbol here can be just emphatic H. It's the lion. I think it's the front paw of the lion. Yeah.
That whole thing with the perpendicular part too coming out of it.
No, just sort of this first part here. It's either emphatic H or emphatic H aleph. But yeah.
So then the second one, like the crossing one, that would be it's either a second D or
yeah. It's tricky here. It's for a heart. It's the symbol of the ib heart actually. So this one, we've seen it now. It can mean many things, right? It can be nefer, it can be a ja, it can be maybe ba as well, and it can be the heart. So
just what would be in Coptic hit.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. So it's hot. Hit. Yeah, and this final piece here, which is a bit strange, is the flesh determinative, the piece of flesh determinative that is used for organs and other parts of the body.
Oh, so those two things are a determinative. So all these like four, all the way up to that F-looking thing, that whole thing means hot for heart.
Yeah, right. All the way up until, as you say, all this part here in a way. Oh, yeah. That's how I read it. And this is the vertical stroke that goes with the heart, what's it called, pictogram almost, or logogram, or how you want to say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that very next one, is that an F? And is that
Yeah.
an F? Is that a suffix that goes to hot, or is that like beginning a new word?
No, you're right. I just made it too cramped. You're right. It's hotef. Hot, and maybe I can do this in parentheses and then F.
I thought the thing at the end, and I may be completely wrong about that, but yeah, that one, before the F. Is that, I thought that could be the long T.
The long T, which one is that you mean?
The one that looks, how do I say that? The one that you would have like in late Egyptian for the personal ending T. I can't give you the glyph number. But if you were to type Rati into the demotic database.
I'll just click anything here.
Oh, you can use the text too. That works too. Yeah.
Yeah, but let's just. You said there's something wrong with my keyboard. I'm sorry.
T. There you go.
Heart, right?
Yeah. And then so if you scroll down, maybe second or third row. Let's go a little bit further down. There you go. So right there under your cursor, the last one over to the right. Yeah. So you see that weird thing with the horns on top. That's the flesh glyph, like you said, right? But then there's another T afterwards.
Okay.
Why am I saying that T may be there? Because you have a suffix pronoun, his heart, which means that any silent T of Rat, I mean, the T would come out as a syllable initial thing, Ratef or something. I would expect a T there, but I'm not sure. But look.
No, but that makes sense to me as well.
Could be. I mean,
and it's not because the DPDP in a way takes it one way that it has to be correct anyway. So which is always good to rethink this thing, because that's what that's the point, right? In Johnson and in Coptic and Demotic, that those T's are preserved before the suffix pronoun, and that's the reason why Demotic has this special T.
Right.
So I will do that, and then we can look into it or change it at some point. But I like it.
Truth be told, Het has a T no matter what.
Yeah,
it doesn't fall off. It's not, so there must have been a vowel protecting it in pre-Coptic. Otherwise, the T would have been gone. So
okay.
I just want to throw it out.
Let's think about it. Yeah. So we have a couple of things, and we will think about it later. Okay. Great.
And the next one, I'm pretty sure that's an Aleph, like an initial Aleph.
So where am I now? I just need to be. Yeah, no. So that's it's not an Aleph. When we had this thing, yeah, I'm sorry. The motif is really strange. It's men. We've had it a few times. You know this one with the line under men.
Men is the next part. Like, so are those two together? Are those the word menech with the third H?
Yeah, that's right.
Is that like
men
chisel thing?
Yeah, and so the chisel thing is over here. It's this one.
Oh.
And so this is for the H. This is for the third H. Actually, this is some kind of ligature with this sign, and then I don't know why there's a T, and then there's some kind of sign like this, and it reads. It just reads H3.
So is that next 2 or 3? Is that a nefer?
Which one? This one?
Yeah. So that one, and then I guess the following 2 as well.
This is the determinative, the chisel determinative for menech. It's in this part. So what left is this.
And those 2 together, is that the one meaning like scribe, the scribe, or Is it like one of the ones that has like a determinative like with the A1 man, or is it something completely
Mm,
different?
no, this is so all of this goes together, right? So it's just so you have menech here, sort of phonetically, and then you have the chisel to determinative, and then you have an ending. I think this is u. It's
Well,
like this. So it's the lasso hieroglyph that makes wa, and then it becomes just a u in demotic. Because I'm thinking that it's a qualitative form, which in demotic has this frozen stative endings that, yeah. But we can see how it translates afterwards.
and the next one, that third one looks like it's a ha, like a masculine article, but I don't know what the first two are that look like a V.
Yeah, this is head. It's the sort of so the head. So it's upon or however you just H1R. I can't draw it, but the head then with the prominent ears. Yeah.
Then is that second one that is a masculine article ha, or is that a ta or na?
Well, what do you have afterwards?
Looks like something that has another W. It looks like it
Yeah.
might. So na.
So it's not. You're right. It's not. Let's just write that. It's a bit unclear, maybe the sign, but we've had it before. When you have this sort of shape like this, and then there's a sort of tail that goes off to the right. It's netcheru. I'll just say it. It's when you have netcher in the plural, it gets this tail, and then this is the divine determinative, and then this is for the plural strokes, the sort of three vertical strokes after each other.
And then, so where does it end? The word necharu, it ends like right after the. Okay, I see.
I'm not sure what these little dots underneath are. I don't know what they are.
The next one is R, maybe an N.
Yeah. Let's see. No, naturally it's an R. Okay. R.
And then that middle one looks like an F. So I'm trying to think maybe it's like some sort of a preposition with a F. I just don't know what that middle part is though.
Yeah, this is it's a sort of verbal particle wah. Wait, it's written almost just like the her sign that we saw earlier. So all of this reads wah f.
So is it the
And it's
that vertical thing that looks like a second H, like the twisty thing?
What is this? It's a good question.
Means like to set or to dwell or to endure or something.
Yeah, exactly. It's the Coptic. It's woh. There's something wrong with my keyboard.
It should be written with that funny.
Yeah, there's like two of the, there's a second
whatever
H
that is.
thing with a.
This.
Yeah.
You're thinking of this one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's great. That's what it is.
Wahab, those second two, I don't know.
This is D, right? This is to give. We've had it a few times. It's just a very sort of short form for writing it.
Oh, so it doesn't have like the second vertical going through it?
No, it's just like this. I think there's a distinction actually in the different form for D, but I don't know how it works.
And does D include both of these or just that first one?
No, just the first one. Just this.
The next one is crazy. I would never have known.
Oh wow, this doesn't give me.
I think this one you may have to help.
Yeah.
D.
This is it's hedge.
And how? How is this hedge?
Yeah,
Sorry for butting in, but it's like how?
No, it's good.
It doesn't look like it.
The mate?
I'm sorry. So we're going a bit above time. If it's okay, we can continue. For me, I just but
Yeah, I'm fine.
it's 7 p.m. Okay. So it's something like this one.
So the Hajj, that means silver or money.
Yeah. And so it's super abbreviated, right? You have these other forms over here. Doesn't make much more sense to me, but yeah, I don't know. Anyway, that's what it is.
I'll try to. It's up to you when we like. I can stay here, but if anybody else wants to go, like you're free to cut me off here. But if it's okay with you, like I'm happy to finish it.
It's okay with me, at least.
All right. Next one is. I feel like I've seen this before. It looks like like the Coptic shy, like the pool of water, but I'm not sure. Like shy.
Yeah, Ashai, right? Ashai.
Oh, right. The lizard.
This is the lizard. Yes.
So Ashai is that next one. I know it's like the house one, the per, but I don't know if it's like I don't know if it's like the part of like the word para, like the king word, or if it's part of the word peri, which means like to come out, or
Yeah, it's another one entirely. So it is per. It's a word that's pronounced per, actually peret. So it's something that comes forth. I don't know. It has to do with the season of the peret season, and it means grain basically. It means cereals or grain.
oh,
Earlier seed, I think.
Seed.
And then the next one is another Ashai.
Yep. Shai.
And that very short stroke, is that a preposition or like R or N?
It's N.
Is that next one in Ein?
This is an article in the first one here.
Oh, that very first one. So it's na.
No. Yep. And we've seen this before, but it's very ugly. Well, ugly. I don't know if that's right, but it's not. It's very poorly written in this case, especially this first sign. But this is a reed leaf E.
So eat. Let's see. Eat something. Y. Eat. I'm not sure.
And here you have a building. This is the pet or the building determinative, and here you have a plural stroke, and this becomes RP. This is a ligature, I think, of the mouth and the P.
Oh, I remember now the temple one.
Yep, that's it. Ir, P, U.
Temple. Is that next one the KM biliteral? Like the crocodile spikes? What do you call that?
Yeah, that's it.
So would those three together would be KMT?
I'm not sure if there's a T here. This would be M, right? So you have Kem, you have M, and then this just becomes nothing. But I think it's supposed to be two strokes or something like this.
Is it supposed to be like implied that it's like the town hieroglyph, the circle with the X in it?
Yeah, probably as well. There's probably that as well inside it. So the idea is just Keme, right? Yeah. I don't know if the T is there or not, but something like that. Okay, great. Let's see what you get now.
Okay. To his heart. Excellent, assuming it's like a qualitative of some kind. Excellence or something like that. On or for or something like that. The gods.
So just one thing is that we have seen that R in demotic can be EU, right? That there's a strange. It is R, but it can stand for the circumstantial converter.
So you wachaf. So.
And this is a past tense. It's just a helping verb. It becomes and you knew. I think you told me this already, but I don't know. But in demotic, at least it's a past tense sort of. He has already done something. He has done something.
Ah.
And then you have the infinitive.
So he has given, I don't know if it's supposed to be money here or if it's just literally silver.
We will see in the Greek part that it's money, or it's cash, almost money.
So he's given money, a multitude of money or much money. Parrot here is supposed to be grain or something. Is that what you said?
Yeah, or seed.
Seed. So much money, much seed. 2 or 4, or 2 the temple of Egypt.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe we have a sort of skip pen here.
Prepositions missing here and there, like the.
That's exactly what it is. So I don't have anything else to say. Thanks. I don't know if there's any question or
part of the middle again, real quick. It's so his excellent heart or something. 2 or is it 4 the gods who he gave? Like, is it relative or what is it exactly?
Is this? I don't know actually. If this is, could it be EU and then with his heart being excellent towards the gods? Could that work?
What came before it? Like, how did the
good idea. Yeah. So we had all this EUF, him being a god and the son of a god, and him being alike to Horus, and he having protected his father Osiris. Hatef Menehu Hernanechiru.
I would think circumstantial makes the most sense. If you look down to the neoclassical, I mean, that's something we can talk about next time, but the best explanation I found for that is Sut, that particle that we talked about before.
Yeah.
For some reason, it's not EU. I don't know. Sut. So that doesn't help us much.
No, not really. In the Greek, it's a participle. At least diakeimenos is sort of. But it's a completely different construction. So yeah, I'm not going to use that.
Well, Sut, according to what's the name? According to Kurt, however, I remember it could either be like look, behold, or something of that. Oh no, that was is. Never mind. Wasn't it something like then? Like
then I think it's then.
Like a linking particle. So
yeah,
maybe that's why they use it to alternate with the EU, make it a little bit less monotonous. I don't know. Let's pick it up next time.
Yep. Okay. Well, thanks, guys, and Aaron.
Thank you, and see you in 2025.
Yeah, what does that mean, in 25 days?
No, in 2025, next year.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought you just, you had it like that. Okay.
No.
All right.
All right.
Then have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year's, and we chat and we see each other soon.
Sounds good. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Ciao.
Bye-bye.